Hi kiddos, it's Mrs. Therese. Eyes are watching, ears are listening, voices quiet, bodies calm. This is how we listen, at group time, Alright, we're gonna sing our letter sound song. Alright, and I'm gonna hold these up so you can see them. Now here we go. The A says eh. The A says eh. Every letter makes a sound. The A says eh. The B says b. The B says b. Every letter makes a sound. The B says b. The C says k. The C says k. Every letter makes a sound. The C says k. The D says d. The D says d. Every letter makes a sound. The D says d. The E says eh. The E says eh. Every letter makes a sound. The E says eh. The F says f. The F says f. Every letter makes a sound. The F says f. The G says g. The G says g. Every letter makes a sound. The G says g. The H says h. The H says h. Every letter makes a sound. The H says h. The I says I. The I says I. Every letter makes a sound. The I says I. The J says J. The J says J. Every letter makes a sound. The J says J. The K says K. The K says K. Every letter makes a sound. The K says K. The L says O. The L says O. Every letter makes a sound. The L says O. The M says The M says Every letter makes a sound. The M says The N says The N says Every letter makes a sound. The N says The O says ah. The O says ah. Every letter makes a sound. The O says ah. The P says p. The P says p. Every letter makes a sound. The P says p. The Q says qu. The Q says qu. Every letter makes a sound. The Q says qu. The R says r. The R says r. Every letter makes a sound. The R says r. The S says The S says Every letter makes a sound. The S says s. The T says t. The T says t. Every letter makes a sound. The T says t. The U says The U says Every letter makes a sound. The U says The V says The V says Every letter makes a sound. The V says v. The W says w. The W says w. Every letter makes a sound. The W says w. The X says x. The X says x. Every letter makes a sound. The X says x. The Y says y. The Y says y. Every letter makes a sound. The Y says y. The Z says z. The Z says z. Every letter makes a sound. The Z says z. You guys are getting super good at that. Alright, time for our numbers. Here we go. This is the number 1. Let's count. How many smiley faces? 1. This is the number 2. Let's see how many smiley faces are right here. Let's count. 1, 2. This is the number 3. Let's count. See how many smiley faces we have. 1, 2, 3. This is the number 4. Oh, I bet you'll be able to count to see how many smiley faces are there. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 smiley faces. This is the number 5. Let's count our smiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's the number 6. Let's count our smileys. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here is the number 7. We're going to count our smiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's the number 8. And we will count our smiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's the number 9. Let's count our smiley faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And here is the number 10. Let's count our smiley faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know your numbers. Oops. Now let's review our colors. Who can tell me what color this is? Green or verde. Very good. What about this one? Black or negro. This one? White or blanco. What about this one? Brown or café. This one? Orange or naranja. This one? Red or rojo. You're good at this. This one? Blue or azul. Wow. This one? Yellow or amarillo. And this one? Pink or rosado. And this one? Yep, purple or morado or purpura. Very good, purple. Okay, and I know we've been working on our shapes, and I know that you have been finding shapes all over your house and wherever you're going. You can even find shapes in your car. All right, this one has no sides. It is a circle. You're correct. Say, a circle has no sides. A circle has no sides. Of all of the shapes we know, a circle has no sides. And this one that has 1, 2, 3, 4 equal sides. A square. A square has 4 sides. A square has 4 sides. Of all of the shapes we know, a square has 4 sides. And what about this one? With 1, 2, 3 sides. A triangle. A triangle has 3 sides. A triangle has 3 sides. Of all of the shapes we know, a triangle has 3 sides. All right, and what about this one with 2 long sides and 2 short sides? A rectangle. A rectangle has two long sides. A rectangle has two short sides. Of all of the shapes we know, a rectangle has two long and two short sides. All right, and when we take a square and tip it on its tippy tip, there, its corner, and we have 1, 2, 3 points, 3 corners. What is this called? A diamond or a kite. A diamond has 4 points. A diamond has 4 points. Of all of the shapes we know, a diamond has 4 points. And this one, I know we know this one. It is a heart, yes. And a heart has 2 curves and a point. So a heart has 2 curves and a point. A heart has 2 curves and a point. Of all of the shapes we know, a heart has 2 curves and a point. You guys are shape experts. I am very impressed. All right, kiddos. I will see you later. Bye-bye.